All right, guys, I just wanted to come on really quick and talk about a topic that kind of came up multiple times in the last couple of weeks and many times throughout my life. The topic is going to be taxes and how some friends and some neighbors and, countless amount of people over the years, how they get so excited talking about when they do their they love tax time, because when they get their taxes back, they get money. I had one person in particular a few years ago, I got $7,000 back when I did my taxes. This is the best thing in the whole world. Okay. And I started laughing. I was like, oh geez, man. And they're looking at me like, why are you laughing at me? This is what's wrong? And I was like, I couldn't contain myself. I wasn't trying to be mean, but, I'm going to say right now, maybe one of the most, on this channel, what I'm going to talk about right now could be one of the most impactful things I've ever brought forward. And it's going to be really quick and simple, hopefully. It is simple, I think. Hopefully I could explain it in a simple way. You do not want $7,000. You don't want any money coming back when you do your taxes. In a perfect world, you'd love it to be you owe zero. But even better, sometimes, when I do my taxes, I'm like, I owe $2,000. That is beautiful. And you know why it's good? Well, let's backtrack a little bit. Say you get $7,000 back in your taxes. You think it's the greatest thing in the world. But what actually happened? All throughout the years, you were overpaying the government. You were basically giving the government a risk-free loan. You were allowing them to have your money risk-free. Who the hell gives money out for free anymore? Nobody. Okay? $7,000. When you do your taxes, what does that break down to on a month-to-month basis? It means your paycheck, if you would have, and I can tell you how to fix this, you were giving $583.33, to be exact, every month to the government. You could have had $583.33 in your paycheck every month. Your monthly paycheck could have been, that's a significant amount of money. No matter how much money you have, like $583 is a lot of money that could be in your paycheck, but you're overpaying. That's why you're getting $7,000 back in your taxes. You overpaid to the tune of $583, or a sum total over the year of $7,000. You don't want that, because especially most people, they have credit card debt or debt period, okay? And that debt's never free. So you're giving a risk-free loan to the government when you could be having that money in your pocket every month to be paying off that high interest debt, whether it's a credit card, a car loan, your mortgage, or what have you. The ultimate situation is probably, and just as my opinion, the ultimate situation is to owe the government during taxes. Not too much but what I'm trying to say is, if I owe the government $2,000 this year in taxes, that means I got a risk-free loan from the government for $2,000 that I have to pay back at tax time. That means I got more money in my paycheck every month, okay, than I should have. So it was like a risk-free loan from the government. I hope I'm explaining this in a way that people can comprehend. But for you to think that you could just say, okay, let me just take $100,000 loan from the government. No, that's not going to work, because there's penalties if you don't pay. That would be, without getting into it, don't do that. I'm just saying is the concept of, and I've talked to so many people. That's why I want to bring this up, because there's definitely some people that would be listening to this right now that would be like shocked. They'd be like, what? I love getting my $7,000 back. It's the only way I can save. That's another thing. They'll say, well, I don't feel bad about it, because I'm the kind of person, if I have the money in the bank account, I can't save it. I'd be foolish. So I'm going to justify keeping this situation going. I love this. I love getting $7,000 back. It's a forced savings. I would never be able to keep it, because it's just not my nature. this is the only way I can save money. And I'm like, oh, geez, is that how you're justifying it? Oh, my gosh. I mean, it sounds great, but in reality, I mean, come on. You have some more self-discipline than that to say, like, I got to give the government a risk. I'm going to let the government have, like I said, for the example of $7,000 at the end of the year, your taxes you get back. That means you gave the government $583 more than you should have on a monthly basis. You could be using that $583, like I said, to pay off debt or other things that have high interest, or to just have that much more dollars every month to be able to use for things that you need. So I don't want to get too more involved into explaining this. I hope I didn't create more confusion. I probably did. I think if you really wrap your head around it, do some research, it's not a good thing to get money, especially a large sum of money, back in your taxes, because obviously I'm beating a dead horse here. You're giving the government too much money on a monthly basis that you could be using that money, if you had it, to make everyday purchases and to lower your debt on the high interest that you have on debt, whether it's credit card, what have you, loan, car loan, or what have you. Instead of putting things on your credit card, you'd have the money to just pay for it outright, or to pay the balances down on your debt, or your credit card debt, or what have you. So I just wanted to come on. I know it's just a random thought, but seriously, there's just so many people, and it has nothing to do with your, what do you want to call it, financial prowess or your status in the world. There's plenty of people that make a lot of money that still don't understand this concept. I'm not, maybe more, let's just leave it there. It doesn't matter what socioeconomic background you have. Anybody can fall victim to this. Like I said, sometimes it's as easy as, you can justify any bad thing by saying, well, if I didn't do this bad thing, I'd be doing worse bad things. That didn't make sense. Like basically saying, well, I can't save, so this is the only way I can save. So you might say that this is not a good idea, but I love my $7,000 that I get back during tax time. And I totally get what you're saying. I could have more money in my paycheck every single month, a significant amount, but I'm the kind of person that I just can't. I would spend it. I would squander it. So I'm going to say two bads don't make a right. That's what people want to justify. You're going to do what you're going to do. If this is the only way you can save money and you're going to justify it that way, you're going to do what you're going to do. I'm not telling you what to do. This is just my opinion. But there you go. Take it or leave it. This is like going on 8 minutes already, so I'll leave right there. If there's any other questions, just put it in the comment section and I'll try to answer it. But this could be the most important most important or most impactful thing I've ever brought to the channel here, depending on if you fall in the situation. You're like I said, this is big money here that you're missing out on in terms of having access to it like a year before you usually get to it. So there you go. We'll just leave it right there. I absolutely love every single one of you guys. Like I said, I just came on. I wanted to say this because I just know how prevalent the thought of getting a huge tax check, a huge tax return. I know how prevalent it is in everyday life. You come across a lot of people that just don't understand this concept. And I just wanted to come on and give my thoughts. So there you go. That's about it. I'll just, we'll leave it right there. I absolutely love every single friggin' one of you guys and all the interest in the comments section. It absolutely is just, I love it. And like I said, I'll just talk to you guys tomorrow.